I'm in the shower. It's weird, right?
Dream that you're peeing in the bed. You wait. Oh, never mind.
Are these on? Oh. From the Napa Auto Parts Studio, it's the Bob and Tom Show.
There we go. With Retson.
Yes, with Retson. What is that?
Can you imagine you going to the doctor? Well, I've got some good news and I've got some bad news. The bad news is the tumor's gotten bigger.
Oh, gee,
The good news is we're treating it with Retson.
Oh.
And I think you'll be fine. And your breath will be fresh. So, probably won't have to see you again. Just take the Retson. You'll be good. Certs with Retson.
Just letting him go, aren't you?
Guest today, Matt Holt. Matt Holt.
And
Matthew Broussard. Got a great song called Home. We'll hear. Hope he does that.
Broussard.
That's Mark Broussard.
Oh.
Matthew Christie.
Oh, I don't know who he is.
Get the Fist Queen.
Oh,
This is a handsome
I
man.
could use something like that today.
Why? What's wrong?
Well, you heard.
I've been up all night with a dog who apparently can't.
Function.
Yeah, he seems to have to go to the bathroom every 2 hours.
Which would you rather have? Your dog doing that or me in your home not being able to function? Just crying in a corner somewhere. Which would you like?
I'll take that.
You know what? I think the dog, now you make it
See?
sound great.
There
Thank you.
go.
Now the dog is a pleasant.
The
see,
dog's not going to talk.
It's all about.
Oh, no, he does this.
Oh, that's no good.
He sits at he just sits by the side of the bed right at your head.
Hey, I get this. My golden monkey, Josh can back me up. She sounds like a squeaky gear when somebody's around and won't pet her.
Yeah.
Shut that crap up.
He just went out.
It's funny. This must be a weird dog vibe today because my dog has to go to have a special bath today. One of my guys. I'm not sure.
Special
bath. Would he have fun with a skunk? What are you talking about?
I don't know. It's as if he bathed in some kind of orbiting manure.
First thing we're going to do is give it a deep tomato cleansing.
Some 3D
He found something
stench.
dead out there and laid in
Kind of
it.
a candle. Anyway, let's move on. We have happy things to get to. Great guest coming up today. Some crazy stuff in the news. I've got an update on the semen story.
Oh, good. Then I don't have to do it. Thank you.
No, you have to do it.
Oh.
This guy was apparently, it's one of those home remedies. You know how much I hate those, Josh.
Well, they're rarely legit.
I think there's some of them are legit. The herbs, the aloe, the vitamin C, the echinacea, that all works, Tom.
Sure it does. This guy was injecting himself. This guy was injecting himself with syringes full of his own semen. In order to cure back pain. It's made the international newswire because these doctors, it's pretty tough being a doctor and a scientist. A lot of work and just a lot of BS. And then they come into work one day and the guy goes, well, I got a good one for you. This moron's been injecting himself with semen in his arm.
My question, if I were talking to this, why? I mean, where did he get this information?
He probably heard some Hollywood star like Jenny McCarthy tell him to do it.
No.
Aren't you supposed to replace blood? Isn't that the big thing? Younger blood into older people, and that's supposed to replace all your blood? Didn't we have that?
I've heard that, but
could we embrace actual science? Sorry for being a party pooper here, but I like to get my medical advice from, I don't know, professionals.
This
people
is
who went to school, not Hollywood actresses with large breasts.
This is controversial. I'll talk to Josh, Big Farm. I mean, come on, right?
Hey, it's a thing, isn't it?
It's controversial.
Okay, great. Well, you go inject yourself with semen, but you can inject yourself with Josh's semen for all I care. Well, that's what this guy was doing.
You know what?
I don't know why.
If I could be lucky enough to be in a loving relationship with Josh,
no, this isn't about
a dream come true.
But I don't understand. Even if
How did you get to
biology would tell you that there's no connection?
Yeah.
There's no connection.
How the heck did he think this was going to work?
Who knows? They say it's the first time ever. They've gone through all the medical literature trying to see if there's a precedent for this.
No one's ever done it.
By the way, it didn't work, by the way, just in case if you're suffering from back pain, you have my deepest sympathy. But again, I would suggest a medical professional.
There's some nice core work.
But the guy, the interesting thing is it's his own semen, apparently.
See, Nutsy's solution is go work out until you vomit, see? do some
No,
core
I
work for
will
your
not
back.
vomit. If I vomit, I don't come back.
Is that
I
a
have
rule?
I have a rule.
Is that for
If
everything?
I have a trainer
like
that makes me
dates,
sick,
dinner.
yeah, if I vomit,
trainer?
I don't come back.
You ever vomited in your purse?
No.
Okay.
Like a lady. That's what a lady does.
Lady vomits in her purse? No.
Oh, I upchucked in my handbag.
No.
Like a lady.
No, I'd upchuck in your car over my handbag.
Ever do it out the
Sorry.
window?
Oh, yeah, of
me
course.
too.
Who hasn't done that?
I told you that story. This is how long this ago this was. I was the designated driver, and there's a guy in the back, and he's drunk, and we're out on this country road, and it wasn't my car, but I was driving, and you hear this.
Oh, yeah.
And then you hear splash
That's the worst thing. Is the splash.
when it hits the window.
Yeah, I was.
Ready.
He thought he rolled the window down.
Oh, that's bad. I was in my own car coming back from a performance with our great buddy Tim Wilson, and Tim was driving my Suburban because I was too sick to drive. I'd been backstage the whole time, only came out a couple times because I was so sick, but nothing had happened. I just was feeling ill.
No bottle flu. You were actually sick.
Yeah, I was sick, and but we were driving back, and my own car.
Yeah.
I'm in the back seat.
Ooh.
So at least it wasn't.
What happened?
But the thing is,
threw up.
you got Tim giving you a lecture while you're. Well, you see, Tom.
Was it about the Atlanta Rhythm section? or
That's
what?
why Jimmy Carter should have been deported.
That was
Marshall Shoals.
probably the gist of it. A guitar player from the Atlanta Rhythm Station.
I threw
Steve,
up
if
out
you're
of
listening, we
a
love you. He's a good guy.
I love vomiting.
threw up out of the passenger side window, and the guy in the back seat hadn't rolled his window up fast enough.
Oh, Josh.
There are many terrible stories.
Yeah, he was,
Yeah, let's
Then
not
there's
go down
then
that
there's the
road.
one where it's the sequential thing where Marlene Klein vomits in the entrance to your room at Mercer School, and then the next guy sees it, he goes.
Oh, you're a sympathy vomiter.
Speaking of a Marlene Klein-like atmosphere, maybe this explains a lot with me. In high school, the fair, Madison County Fair, I was on the Scrambler. And got off and immediately walked to the trash can and spectacular projectile vomiting.
Well, you're lucky that you got.
And
to
I
the
was with
trash.
some trying to
Impress a girl?
Maybe we could be friends then. Yeah. Excuse me.
Well, coming up, we have the story of this guy who, once again, this appears in the Irish Medical Journal, and it did not cure the man's back pain. This guy, by the way, intravenously for a year and a half tried to cure his back pain with injecting himself with semen. I do have a theory about this.
okay.
Really?
I think collecting his own seed may have been part of the reason he.
Why didn't pumpkin seed, ground pumpkin seed, I'll liquefy it and I'll inject that. How did he land on his own semen?
That's my question.
Right?
He had to have read this somewhere, or somebody told him, or
the line. Here's the first line in this. It says, in a new case study, Irish doctors report the baffling case of a
Right.
33-year-old man who injected his own semen intravenously.
I know. I'm saying there's more to this story.
They say this is the first reported case of semen injection for use as a medical treatment that they were able to find in medical literature.
Well, in medical literature, I'm talking about Voodoo Fran down the street who apparently told him.
Oh, I see. You think this is someone quick.
Well, I mean,
But
didn't.
again, the weird thing of this, he was injecting himself in the veins in his arm for back pain. Josh, remember what they called this guy?
Could you remind me?
The comeback kid. Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. This is really exciting, and I'm not kidding.
Okay.
Christy, do you know what's about to happen?
I have no idea.
Oh, this is really great. We're in the Napa Auto Parts Studios. There's Ace. That's Josh.
Christy's kind of a hint, though.
We have Chick McGee across the way. With us in the studio, our guests include comedian Matthew Broussard. Matthew's doing some road work, by the way. You're going to be in Spokane at the Spokane Comedy Club, if I'm not mistaken, the 28th of February through March 2nd, among lots of other stops, including the legendary Acme Comedy Club coming up later this month. Matt Holt is on his way to Saginaw, Michigan, and right now I'm so excited about this. We have every week we do we pick a grandmother,
Right.
who is our grandmother of the week, to pick against Chick McGee at the Bob and Tom Sports Desk. Our grandmother today was just in the news, and we have Dorothy on the phone from Salt
Arby's?
Lake City. Dorothy from Arby's.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
Yes.
Hey, Dorothy, can you hear me?
Yes, I do.
Hi, Dorothy.
Oh, you're the best. Dorothy, I want to introduce you to Christy Lee. Christy began her broadcast career at the drive-thru at an Arby's.
I did, Dorothy. Welcome to Arby's. May I take your order, please? Oh, I love Arby's still to this day.
Oh, thank you. I enjoy going to work every day that I work over there.
Oh, very nice.
You actually were in the news because you are at the age of 94 still working at Arby's.
Yes. And I've been there 25 years, and we have just been celebrating my 25th anniversary.
Wow.
That is
And that
so
was
great.
on January the 4th.
That's fantastic. It's great to hear from you, Dorothy.
Thank you.
We're going to put you to work in a different way.
Okay.
And this task will be easier than operating the slicer at Arby's because you'll be going up against Chick McGee with his NFL sports picks.
What the heck's that supposed to mean?
I'm not sure what that means.
Do you like the NFL, Dorothy? Do you watch football?
No, I really don't. Not very much. We used to go to a lot of football games when my husband was alive, and he loved it. But since then, I really haven't attended very much.
That's okay.
All right.
It's all right.
What, your manager won't let you off?
Oh, I think she will. Oh, no, I only work 3 lunch hours now and I started out working the full 5 days.
Well, you messed up too many orders, so they had to cut you back?
Honey, she's 94. Leave her alone.
No, it wasn't that reason. I had to play a little bit in between.
Oh, there you go. See?
That's why you're doing so well. Well, it's great to have you, Dorothy. Did you see that you got your story made the international news wire? Did you know that?
No, I didn't know that.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah, you
you're
were
kind of
everywhere.
world famous. So good for you to be such a hard worker. What do you watch much TV?
Oh, no, I really don't.
Okay.
Well, I watch golf sometimes and some of the news in the morning, but that's not really my favorite thing to do.
Sure, yeah.
I'd rather be out working in the yard or doing something like that.
Oh, that's wonderful, yeah.
Do you grow?
But it's snowing right now, and they say we're expecting 2 foot of snow.
Wow.
Oh, I hope you have somebody to help you shovel
I
out.
do. Oh, yes.
okay.
I have good neighbors and good kids around me,
Oh,
and
good.
they help me all
Now,
the
do
time.
you ever go over there and ring the bell at Arby's? Do you have a bell? Don't they all have bells?
Yes, we have a bell, and they ring it quite often.
Oh, yeah. When you get good service, you ring the bell at Arby's.
Yes.
Once again, we're speaking to Dorothy Bale in Salt Lake City, Utah. She is the granny of the week, and she was cited on the International Newswire for working 25 years.
Oh, I'm going to be in
at
Salt
Arby's.
Lake coming up. I have to come visit you.
Oh, well, thank you.
I am.
You should, absolutely.
I really want to get an Arby's roast beef. What days do you work?
Oh, I work on Monday and Tuesdays and Thursdays, just from 10 until
Okay.
2:30.
All right.
Well, you're one of your former employees from Arby's, Christy Lee.
Yes.
Yes, and you know that we have almost 3,600 stores and over 90,000 employees.
Wow. I did not know that.
Well, I wonder how many.
Arby's has a good product.
I wonder how many that operated the drive-through ever went on to a broadcast career besides Christy.
No, I don't know. Our drive-in is really very busy.
Is it?
Sure.
Oh, yes, because they really don't want to park their cars and come in because that does take time. And over at the drive-in, they make sure they get their food in a hurry.
Yeah.
Now, you probably, I don't know if you watch TV or listen to the radio, but Arby's has one of the greatest ad campaigns ever.
Oh, yes, they do have a great one, don't they?
And for the last few years, do you know whose voice that is?
No, I don't.
Jack, you want to take this?
Oh, it's Ving Rhames.
It's a guy named Ving Rhames.
His actual name's Irving Rhames, but
Oh, Irving Rain?
He's a famous actor, and
he played Marcellus in Pulp Fiction. I'm sure you've
we may not.
Marcellus Wallace. He was
she
in
may
Pulp
have
Fiction.
so.
They
She
sold
may
his soul. You remember this? And Uma Thurman and John
Let's
Travolta. They
just
did the
not
dance. What?
distract our
Okay,
great
sorry.
guest. But I was wondering if they'd ever brought him to meet you.
You see, they take Ving Rhames' character down into a basement.
Oh,
It's
Would
sort
you
of a-
leave
oh,
poor Dorothy alone? You guys
sort
are
of a
not
dungeon. And
Dorothy,
respectful
are you
at
fam-
all.
are
He
you
gets
fam-
medieval on his ass. You know
Dorothy,
that
are you
story.
familiar with the term spanking? Because 2 people in this room are going to
What's
get
happening?
spanked in a few minutes.
Wait, which two?
Dorothy, here we'll get right to the point here. We have to do some sports picks. There are 2 big games in the NFL this weekend.
AFC, NFC championship game, Dorothy, and the winners go to the Super Bowl in a couple weeks in Atlanta.
Yes, they
Georgia.
do.
Yeah. See, Dorothy knows that.
Oh, I do know that, and I'll probably watch it, but quite a bit of it.
Okay, good. Now go ahead, Chick. You tell me.
The first First game, NFC Championship game. The New Orleans Saints hosting the Los Angeles Rams. And the Rams have the head coach that should be the head coach of the Washington Redskins, but let's not dwell on that. The Rams are getting 3.5 in New Orleans. Who do you like, the Rams or the Saints?
Oh, the Rams, L.A.
L.A. She's right. I'm taking the Los Angeles Rams too.
Okay.
Plus
all
the
right.
3.5. And then the AFC Championship game in Kansas City. The New England Patriots are the underdog in this. They visit Kansas City. They're getting 3 points. Who do you like, the Patriots or the Chiefs?
Oh, the Chiefs, I'll say.
That's exactly right as well. I'm taking the Chiefs minus the 3, and that is my triple shock for this week.
Okay. Well, we lived in Kansas City for 4 years.
Well, this is a good omen. So then if that all happens, it'll be Rams, Chiefs, Super Bowl coming up.
And
Well, it's always a great game.
Yes.
now,
Yes, it is.
Chick McGee, are
A
you
big plate of Arby's for a Super Bowl party
You're
with it.
tripling your bet on
Kansas City.
But how, the Rams, is that just a
That's
traditional
just
even
a
bet?
single. Yeah, that's just okay.
Well, it would. I know several that would love Kansas City to come out first. But anyhow,
I think the argument can be made the New England Patriots are the most hated sports franchise in America, probably.
Indeed.
yes, they are.
I think they
Now,
see, even Dorothy knows. See?
Dorothy, what's your favorite thing to eat when you're on duty at Arby's?
Oh, I like the Reuben sandwich with more sauerkraut in it.
Oh, boy. Yeah, that's-
Special order.
All right.
And I usually bring home a turkey and Swiss for my daughter when I get orders, an order. But I don't eat very much food over there.
Now, do you steal it or do you pay for it?
Josh.
Stop, Josh.
Josh,
Dorothy, I would steal it. I'd fill up
you
a bag.
Oh, you can't steal it. You have to pay one half for anything you eat over there.
Dorothy, we've received emails, and this is true, from folks in Salt Lake City who say that you are an absolute gem and one of the jewels of the city over there. So
Yes.
thank you so much for all your work.
You're a joy.
Oh well, it's been wonderful, and I keep very busy. I've done lots of volunteering besides my jobs, and it keeps me happy. And seeing all these kids come in from school. We're next to a high school.
Oh.
And we see a lot of kids every day.
Nice.
We have a lot of construction people that come in, and there's a lot.
Now, is it true that Arby's has an order called a meat mountain that's not
Yes.
on the menu?
Yes, there is, and there's all the meat that's on that sandwich.
All the meat that Arby's has, you can have it on one sandwich.
One sandwich.
Have you tried that yourself?
Oh, no, but a lot of men do.
Sure.
He's a
They
tiny
really
little
do.
thing. Don't
Well, Dorothy, it's been
You got your
great.
pork belly, you got your roast beef, you got your...
We have to, and the sliders are very popular.
Oh, okay.
And we let a lot of those go out through the drive-in at lunchtime.
Sure.
Yeah.
Well, Dorothy, it's been a great pleasure speaking. Oh, good luck with your
Oh,
picks.
yes.
Keep working, and Christy's going to come say
I'm
hi
going
in
to try to
person.
say hi to you in
Oh,
person.
all right. Thank you so much.
Oh, it's it's a pleasure to speak with you. I was so
Well,
excited.
Watch out for the. Do you ski, by the way?
No, I'm not a skier.
Okay, because you got 2 feet of snow. The best snow in the world
Oh,
is in
it
Utah.
is. It's very good. But I have a lot of friends that are skiers that are all up in their 80s.
Wow. Okay.
That's right.
Well,
That's
you could go to the lodge and have a nice hot toddy there in front of the fireplace. That sounds like a great
and a
idea.
meat mountain.
And a meat mountain.
Thanks, Dorothy. Best of luck with your picks.
Oh, thank you so much.
Bye, Dorothy. Thanks.
Oh, thank you for calling.
Well, you're so
Sure.
welcome. Wow. That was
I
fantastic.
can't believe she didn't know she was in every paper
In the world.
Chicago Tribune, all over the country.
Well,
She's only
USA
about...
Today.
She's only about 10 to 15 times more busy than I am.
she works so much harder than we ever
Ever will, ever have, or ever...
Upsell us.
Oh, yeah. She was a corporate shill there for a minute.
She thought we were going to order a lunch, I think.
Well, who doesn't man?
She
She started
That's
there when
great.
she was 69 years old.
Good for her.
I got to check out that meat mountain, Josh. We got to do the meat mountain.
Yeah, I've never
Right
done
now,
it.
we have to check out the
Lady in the Tramp Stamp.
Bob and Tom Tool of the Week.
Okay.
You want Christy, explain to our guests how this works.
Well, we look at all the news stories from around the globe, and then we've talked about over the week, and then we pick the one that exemplifies the tool of the week, and then
The
Napa.
biggest tool.
will have a wonderful product
That's right.
that they consider their biggest and their greatest tool. So we have the worst and the best.
The first guy we'll nominate is the guy that was injecting himself with his own semen.
I can't understand how this guy doesn't win.
Certainly a
think
prime candidate.
He
Starts
was
and stops there.
he was injecting himself in his arm. What's it called? Intravenously.
Yeah, using a needle. Hmm.
He was full of himself.
Literally.
Boom.
And he was doing it to alleviate back pain, and it made the medical journals this month because it was the first of its kind. We also have the Nike Corporation for coming out with a golf shoe that looks like it's covered in grass.
Yeah, it's pretty stupid.
It's not just green. It looks like it has some kind of
It looks like a Muppet.
AstroTurf on
Yeah.
it. And they're, what are they, $140 or something?
Something like that.
It's a lot of
golf
green.
shoe, yeah.
I wonder if it'll work.
No.
I don't know. It
don't
certainly
think
is a
so.
novelty. It got a lot.
It's
We
great
have the
if you
guy.
want to lose your shoes on the golf course.
We have the guy who was doing donuts in the car with his kids.
Oh, yeah,
when
and
he,
ran into the pole.
Ran into a pole.
Brand new car. He just got it.
Oh well.
Hope it was a lease.
Let's see. We have the people that declared it Dress Up Your Pet Day earlier this week. No, that's no good. We have the woman. This is actually kind of an interesting news story. She has an affliction that's very rare, in which her hearing, she could only hear other women speaking.
Can't hear low pitch.
She could not hear men when they would talk.
Was it Joy Behar?
She was on The View. Let's see. We have the people who come up with lactation cookies. You want to cover that for us, Christy Lee?
Yeah, it's a special cookie recipe that apparently you eat if you are breastfeeding, and it causes you to, quote unquote, lactate better.
Okay, so that may be
Well-
valid. I thought it was a cookie made out of
Yeah, see,
breast
that's
milk.
No, it's not. And if you read the cookie, it sounds like a really nice oatmeal raisin
So
chocolate
instead
chip.
of milk and cookies, it's milk and cookies.
There you go. We have
There you go.
we have the
I'll let myself out.
the two cats. The
Oh,
two
that live in
cats
the
who
apartment
live
by
in a
themselves?
$1,500 a month studio apartment in Silicon Valley by themselves.
Yeah.
Because apparently their owner had to move, and so
Yeah.
he's
Well, they're
paying
not
the
a
rent.
tool. It's the owner.
Don't we have the woman who drove into another car because she was doing the Bird Box Challenge?
Oh, yeah.
That's got to be our winner, don't you think?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's close. Her, the semen guy, right? Well,
Or the Bird Box Challenge at the restaurant. You go in and they blindfold you.
Yeah, but that's.
But that's a restroom you don't want to go into.
I think you take the
Mondor,
blindfold
that was
off.
the sink, buddy.
yeah, but you can't see the thing inside. You wouldn't have to wear the blindfold inside.
Oh, sorry.
They had the windows. Never mind.
What do you think? The lady in the Bird Box Challenge that almost killed somebody
I
by
think
running him
that's-
over?
that's pretty
or
bad.
the guy injecting his own. I think the tool has to be the woman that was driving the car with a blindfold on.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
I agree.
I vote
The guy
for
with the semen, all he was going to do. You do?
Yeah, it's just so creatively dumb.
It took a lot of brains to be that
Like
stupid.
if you said try to make up something that stupid, I wouldn't be inventive enough to come up with that.
Yeah, I mean, I almost
Bird
don't
Box.
believe the story.
Yeah, and
Bird
the
Box
Bird
is
Box thing is just like
dumb.
Lemmings. Yeah, she was just
It's been
following
done.
everybody.
You're saying this guy had some it's
a good argument.
Phony,
It is a good
irrational.
argument.
It's more avant-garde.
Yeah.
idiocy. Yeah.
He thought it through.
Yeah.
He had to go buy syringes.
Yeah,
and
there's a process. Yeah.
probably porn, and had to get himself prepared. Yeah. Okay.
Well, yeah,
A
we
lot of
didn't even think about that.
dedication
He'd
over
By the way, what
yeah.
kind of porn's that guy watching?
He'd
I
have
mean,
to
what's turning him on?
come up with semen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
It just
People with
doesn't
healthy
appear.
lower backs.
He's not watching Peter LaCroix.
That's
He's not watching
the
that. No.
that's the
Workout
Bob and Tom
video.
tool.